Raw 17 on the PlayStation. With me, what's your name?
Oh, Corey, do the do.
Do the do. Sorry, I forgot real quick. And we have Aquatati also with us in the booth. Aquatati, this is your league. This is GC Sports, and you're going to be driving in the race tonight. Where's the race? Michigan.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. Good draft track. We've got 24 drivers signed up right now, so it should be a pretty good show. Of course, I got to thank you guys. Our typical Tuesday broadcaster, Heaton, is not able to make it here for a few weeks. So we got these two filling in, Brinkerhoff and Do the Dude. They may become your new Tuesday broadcast team, so we'll give them some respect and some shout out. And thanks for doing this, guys. We'll be going green here. Timer will start in about 2 minutes for the race.
No problem. Our pleasure. Don't forget those invites. I always appreciate a couple of invites in case something happens. We could always get back in.
Absolutely.
From a couple of different guys.
Amen to that, brother.
I sent that other guy audio. I sent him about 3 invites earlier. He's too. He should be here about midway through the race.
Well, you tell us when, and we'll log in. But I'm proud, happy to be here and bring GC Sports, their truck series here at Michigan. One of my favorite tracks, Brooklyn, Michigan. 2 miles. I'm not right. Not 2.5. 2 miles.
2 miles, yes.
100 laps here, so you're gonna do 200 miles. It's gonna be a fun time. Trucks are fun to drive. If you play this game, you know. But if you don't, try it out. The truck series are some of the more fun guys to drive in.
Yeah, loads of fun. Especially when you try to miss the big one. You're going to see one tonight, I'm pretty sure. We saw one last night. Teddy, so where are you starting at?
I start 4th on the outside.
Hey, I started 5th last night.
Yeah, I got Private Patton starting 5th. He just swapped over. Last week was his first race on Tuesdays, and he swept the whole night, had a perfect week. But he starts 5th this week here, and that number 21, as anybody that raced on Monday knows him, as him and Piccolo were the top 2 vehicles over there. And it is 8:05, so the timer's starting. We have about 30 seconds, and you guys will be able to do it.
And you also said that we have 2 newcomers tonight. If I'm not mistaken, it's the 97 of Pro_ Hit the Pace car, and who was the other guy, sir?
Butters, 1973.
Yeah,
He's driving my number. If you're watching, you see my custom scheme on the screen, number 17. So Butters is driving my number 17, the Haley Deegan ride.
Wait, whoa. That's my ride on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I mean Mondays and Wednesdays. My bad.
Yeah, also, we got 2 other drivers in there that's making. They're not their first appearance for the league, but it's the first appearance for this Tuesday night. We have Edtho 80 was a Monday night guy. Anybody that followed us over Shafiq. And then we have Pete Kelly, who is Australian. He raced on a Monday, had bad lag issue. He's kind of got that fixed, and he's back out here now on Tuesday. He'll be 33 truck.
Now, Corrigan Oil 200. Always happy when they have a real sponsor.
But that's kind of cool, though, right? We got an Australian driver out here in the field. I don't know how he qualified.
You know, Australia's got a lot of good drivers. It's nice to see him one in a NASCAR series, even on the Heat series.
All right, boys, I'm going to leave it to you as we're getting ready to go green, so I'm going to be focused.
We are logging in. I got a big look at the Fanatec steering wheel. It should be changing over. Here we go.
I got the shifter.
All right, there's your pole sitter, Country Caliber, and the number 98 Thor Sport Champion Ford. Bear with, I don't know a lot of the drivers' names. This is my first time really getting involved, so bear with me. I'm going to try. We got Mucka FRR on the outside pole, and probably your dad 3 driving a 32 Silverado on the inside of row number 2. As they head down to the back straightaway, that's probably your dad that's going to head down into second place. If he can clear the number 2, he might get the low line. There goes Aquatati behind him in the 00. The bottom line is the fastest line early in the run. But as these tires wear, you're going to see them move up the track just a little bit. Aquatati jumps down to the apron. He's going to make it 3 wide to the start-finish line. Who led the first lap? Looked like it was probably your dad. Aquatati had a close bumper to the line.
And and they're 4 wide here in the back. Holy
They are
Lord.
all over the map here. It's hard to track. They're touching the 32 and the 21. Nobody spins. But the 21 did go all the way down to the apron. Good thing they paved that here in Michigan. They are 3 and 4 wide heading down to the turns 3 and 4. This is lap 2, ladies and gentlemen. Not the final lap. But this is Michigan, and it affords space. Aquatati's going to lead his first lap of the race. On the high side, Mucka FRR battling on the inside with probably your dad just behind him.
Yeah, last night in the Monday night race, there was a couple trucks that were able to make the high line work earlier in runs, but it was some intense racing last night, that's for sure. It's going to be a good one tonight as well.
We've got the look-back view on the leader, Mucka FRR, as you see the field coming out of turn number 4. A little bit of lag out of the 32. That might have attributed to that looseness down the front straightaway. Most of the field is going to run down the front straightaway across against that yellow line. Many feel it's the fastest way across the track. I tend to think going towards the wall is faster, but that's just the thing about Michigan, is there will be a few different racing lines, and if you get a few cars hooked up, that's going to be the fastest line.
Yes, sir. I agree.
A little overhead shot here of the leaders. Let's go back and take a look at Aquatati, who's battling on the high side with your pole sitter. They're going to jump down into the bottom lane here. We got a car pitting in the back of the track. Not sure if that's a scheduled pit stop. We have 100 laps here. The fuel run is about 18 laps, 17 laps perhaps. And tires should not be an issue, but it all depends on people's setups. There's a car up in the wall. That's the number 4. Etho 80. Got a little high. He's slow. Guys are going around him in the back of the pack.
It seems like we got a lot of drivers just letting these guys that want to be antsy and get up to the front go, and a lot of them are just hanging loose in the back, knowing that, you know, in this first stage they're going to have to either save 2 laps or they're going to have to head it down pit road. I know I couldn't save 2 laps just right, so I'm not that good at saving fuel. My name is not
Yeah. Piccola, if you don't know him, he's
this guy that's really good at saving fuel too.
That's Robbie.
Oh, Robbie's down low. Got hit. We're on board here with Blaney, 89. We had a good view of the field, but then he slowed up, so we lost some. This is your pole sitter. No, that's not your pole sitter. Sorry, I confused the Thor truck. This is Justin Hackett, 79, who's now battling for the lead. He's got a little help from Aquatati in the rear. But Aquatati's going to decide, I don't want to be back there. I'm going to get in the middle and fight for the lead myself. A little contact with the 32 as he goes high, but the 88 will continue his quest out front. Still a lot of 3-wide battling into the back straightaway out of turn 2. And to be honest, as somebody who enjoys racing Michigan a lot, I always find it difficult to race out of 2 underneath somebody, especially later in the run, as the other cars or trucks here begin to get loose. That will end up being a very dangerous area. Contact from the 88 trying to push down low on the front straightaway, not giving any room to the start-finish line. I think Aquatati led that lap, though.
A little crossover there about a 0-0.
Little side draft in action happening here. The number 3 car just behind him.
The 3 and the 74 are actually father-son.
Interesting. Oh, really? RJ Smitty here in the number 3. Oh, I think I know RJ Smitty.
Isn't it kind of weird? A guy from Oklahoma's driving the 00 DFW truck. The DWF. Sorry, I totally missed it.
Well, Aquatati gets up front and he takes the field to the high side, as you see. And where the leader goes, everyone's going to go. RJ Smitty's going to dive to the apron here in turn number 1. And that's going to slow him up and get a little bump from the 32. Here's a hard charger through the field. Blakey T. He started mid-pack, I want to say. But here he is fighting up into the top 5.
That's weird. We're not at Iowa. Uh-oh, 33 is on pit road. That is Jake Kelly, 4711.
That's the Australian.
Yeah, he is.
There he is.
Is he a bad engine or not?
Looks like, is he coming out? He looks like he might be moving.
It looks like he's moving.
Yeah, he's coming out. Were we running? I can't remember. Is there stages?
Oh, there's a huge wreck in the back before. Oh, let me get back. The 02 of Blaney fan.
And the 35 and the 02
of Hellraiser _38 Pro hit the pace car. Brian SP was in that as well.
Well,
I wish I would have been able to see that.
Well, this is the thing about cautionless racing. You're going to have to stay really clean or you're going to have a bad day.
A very bad day, and I don't think those guys are having fun at all.
Up front, they are having fun. Here's T-Bird 2905 in the 15 Ford Performance Ford. He's fifth. As you see Aquatati go low. Trying to look 3 wide. Not quite going to get there, though. We're going to say 2 by 2. T-Bird's going to push high. He's got a line, though, so he's got some power, but the 3's going to leave him.
Taddy went to go to pit road. A little strategy here, eh?
It looks like some guys were pitting early for strategy reasons, yeah.
That's what when I went down below the white line, that's what it is. We try to do the international sign of not everybody being with the Jets. We try to
Right, good job.
That is awesome. Sometimes people forget to do that, and it's a show.
I'm going to give a shout out to one of my buddies who's in this race, Butters 1973, driving my personal number here, number 17. He may have pitted because he's with the outside pole sitter, the number 2 truck, riding around. Here's Edith. He was in a wreck. Blaney, 89. I think he went down pit road already. But Justin Hackett and the 32 of probably your dad. How did I forget that name? Battling for the lead on the 15. Also trying to put his nose in there. Probably your dad's going to get pushed to the high side. He's going to let him go by because why get put up in the wall if you don't have to?
I wonder who the leader is.
Blakey T, the 16 truck.
Yeah, right now the 16 jumped into the lead. The 88's
like
gonna.
The signal to go down pit road this lap as well.
Yeah, he's riding the white line, getting out of the gas, and he's gonna go get some more fuel.
Some of that Sunoco racing fuel.
So with under 8 laps to go, I imagine these were 2 tire, if not no tire stops.
It looks like Justin Shackett is going very slow in the front stretch here. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe he was...
He may have been coming up to speed from pit road.
Maybe? Oh, but the front stretch, that's what kind of...
Oh, right. Yeah, he was already... Yeah, okay. Well, we're but Blakey T, who's now been leading a couple of laps in a row here. They are all going to have to pit, so we'll just stay on the leaders as we basically check in to see who's going to end up being in front after this cycle. Because the guys, if there's anybody out back who's pitted already and they're in a draft, they're going to have an advantage as these guys who have been who've stayed out, they're going to be running slower on older tires. That's if the guys who have pitted have taken tires. They may not have taken tires.
Yeah, it'll be hard, especially if these boys are running high sliders to be able to save those tires trying to run that bottom line there. But then again, what do I know? I'm a guy that says there's extra rubber in pit road. I'll just go get 4 freshies every time I go down pit road. So, but yesterday I decided to go 2 tires and it did not work out in my favor.
There goes Butters coming out of the pits. He's going to go a lap down.
It's
definitely
really hard. It's really hard at a track like this, right? Because if you're going on one of those strategies where you're going to do 2 tires, no tires, it really becomes difficult because you're going to have to work on your setup. But the problem is, without putting tires in, you can't do it with a tire pressure adjustment. You're going to have to do it solely based off weight. So 2 tire stop at a track like this is going to be really hard at this point in time.
wedge and tape, because as you know, put a little tape on, put some more downforce on the front of the car, and you will go a little faster.
But we also got to remember here too that Michigan kind of runs like a restrictor plate for the trucks. It may not be as fast as a Talladega or a Daytona, but in the truck series, Michigan does kind of run like a restrictor plate race, in my opinion. Draft is very key at a track like this.
Judging by that maneuver, all 4 of these trucks are about to be heading down pit road, so I'm gonna keep it right on Blakey T through the pit stop, and we will see how he blends in once they come out. Plus, we'll be able to see if the leaders take 2 or no tires, or 4 tires maybe.
We got 3 laps to go.
4 right now. The leaders being on pit road. The leader just passed line waiting through.
Okay.
So all these cars you see driving by as these cars are pitting are more or less.
It looked like
that
it
was
a
fuel only.
Pit stop for Blakey
That was
T.
a fuel. Yes, correct.
For all these trucks, it looks like it was fuel only for the top 4.
Now they are in the same party chat, so there's a chance, they were talking about it, possibly. But I have a feeling he's going to lose this lead. Here comes the 3, who we know is up front before he pit.
Patty, can you let me know, are you a lap down, bud?
No, I'm in fourth place in the 16th.
So Blakey T was able to hold that lead by taking fuel only, and we're going to be coming about 3 to go in the first stage.
We're coming to, this should be 2 to go. Yep, 2 to go.
This is going to be interesting, because those 2 cars behind Blakey T are hooked up.
RJ Smitty was able to get into 2nd place, and he is hunting down the leader. I have a feeling RJ Smitty also took no tires. Otherwise, how else would he be up here?
It just seems like he's got a faster truck.
Oh, you're right, Coco Money. I haven't looked at the messages. I'll try and get with you. Where is the 20? If only he knows where the 20 is.
Coco is the 20. He's supposed to be the 20.
Oh. Well, there goes RJ Smitty, high side into turn 1. This is the last lap of the first stage. He had no help, it looked like, though, so he's going to lose that momentum going into the back straightaway.
Probably your dad is on the inside of Blakey T. He's going to have the preferred line going into turn 3. And he has made the pass, and he's clear.
Well, here comes RJ Smitty. Got a draft off the 16, but he touches. That's going to slow down that momentum. Probably not quite enough to get to the lead here, but probably your dad. That is your stage 1 winner.
I think the 3 may have squeezed out the 16th in second. I'm not 100% sure.
And Aquatati comes home 6th.
In the broadcast chat, you guys will have to.
Wow, it was probably your dad, Blakey T, RJ Smitty, Spanker 24, T-Bird, Aquatati, Mo Power Cat, Country Caliber, Mo Power Disaster, and Tackleberry will round out the top 10 in that stage. So, Taddy, how'd your truck feel in that first stage there, buddy?
Well, actually, it was really, really loose, which was weird because I'm only on a slider 7. But yeah, towards the mid to end of the run, it was really loose. I probably could have been up there with those guys. I guess they just getting a little bit too loose for me on those final 2 laps. So I was kind of just trying to ride the guys, maybe into the burning ground.
Well, your pole sitter was Country Caliber. He's now in the middle of the pack. Our pole sitter now.
Looks like the 74. 74 old guy is your front runner at this moment.
Now, you said old guy was related to the 3?
That's the 3's dad, yes, sir.
Oh, gotcha. The 3's dad is old guy 24. And here he is out front. It looks like his son got in the wall, or he got in the wall out of 2. The 38 was able to get by him. No help for the 74 as everybody tries to go high. Oh, the 74 didn't pit, did he? He's going to have to pit here. So he let a lap, but he's going to have to come down pit road, get some freshes on. The 4 crashes into pit road right in front of the 74. We got that on tape.
Oh, my Atlanta. And we're not at Atlanta either. Woo-wee.
Nice view of the field looking up from Blaney fan 0422. He's going to try and get under the 45. Yeah, we're looking at it. The 38 is in no man's land there in the middle. He's trying to get low, it looks like, but has no room.
This is some good racing here, boys. I get excited watching these trucks and these guys driving 3, 4 wide and racing clean as well as they're 2 wide, at least for a moment.
Mopower trying to power up his way through the front. Gets a good draft to the front straightaway and then goes high. But no one behind him. And not the faster line at this stage of the stage.
There will not be pit stop assistance. Well, unless you're a old guy.
Your leader is the 56? No.
Yes. Spanker.
There he is.
Spanker 24.
Oh, we got a car around out of turn 4.
Looks like the 17 truck, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Butters.
He might have hit the butter, and that's not...
And the 23, who also spun, it looks like, is going to go down pit road. Tough look for the 17 here.
If I'm not mistaken, damage is on as well in these races.
No, that is not true.
No?
There's no damage.
Oh.
It's hard to justify putting damage on cautions. So,
Amen to that, brother. I've been racing, 5 races so far, and I don't even know the rules.
Also,
Shows how much so 3-4, so I've run 2 races a week, so my math is way off. Nobody said I was good at math. Maybe that's why I just turn left in the occasional right-hand turn every once in a blue moon.
I'll tell you, this is the visual definition of a thundering herd. These guys are not separating ever so slightly. The 32, the 16, and the 98 are just bumper to bumper on the low part of the track right now.
And it looks like Taddy and the 21 are trying to make that, and the 38 are trying to make that high line run. But we all know how drafting works, and there's more cars in the bottom than there is in the top. I'm not going to go anywhere. Sometimes. Oh, they're going somewhere. Holy moly.
So your points leader coming into the race was probably your dad, who's sitting here in the top 5. And T-Bird, the driver of the 15, is second in points. They are 1 point apart.
So if I'm not mistaken, the top 12 go on to the playoffs in these races.
That is correct. That is correct. How many laps you got to go, Taddy, when you get a sec?
11.
Alright, we came, so 10 to go when they hit the line this time around. And the 56 has not given up the lead for pretty much the entirety of stage 2.
They got some, they got the 23 out ahead of them, trying to stay on the lead lap after that wreck with the 17.
So the 13, we kind of glanced at him earlier. He was not in the lead draft, but now he has caught the lead draft.
And it looks like the 00 and the 21 has worked their way to the front. And we have a lead change. It's the 21.
That is true. We'll try to get on him here.
That's private patent.
Yep, that's Private Patton.
That's why I can't see him in the points, because this is his first race on Tuesday nights?
No, he swept last week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So Private Patton was driving the high side and just wouldn't let go, and eventually he found his way to first place. He's got a little help from the 98 here behind him. Running tight against that outside wall, getting the least amount of air resistance on the front of those trucks. The 98 is Country Caliber. He is third in points.
Country Caliber's my hero.
He
taught me a lot last season.
They have settled down a little, as you saw down the back straightaway. Most of them were single file here, but Aquatati says, I've had enough of that. He's going to jump high, try and get a draft off the Country Caliber, but now everybody drops down low again. We're going to go below the apron. 14 cars on the line. They split up a little in the turn number 1. We're going to go back on RJ Smitty, who's going to work his way back up through the field. The number 22 truck has been doing the same, but has been kind of stuck back there. That's Tackleberry.
Tackleberry Finn.
Yeah, we had a 24 truck start, and still everybody's on the track right now. So
that's amazing.
No lag outs. Good job, guys.
No lag out or back out.
Well, that's only because I'm not racing. I'm just kidding.
And there's that 38 truck. Still hanging around the top 5. Not giving up his spots, but not really gaining any either. Mo Power Disaster.
A huge shout out to our buddy from across the pond, Robbie Racing. He's in the chat in YouTube land. What's up, buddy?
So without pitting, how these guys manage their tires, and Private Patton was probably doing a better job of it riding the high side a little bit early on. If you wear your tires down, you're going to have to back the corner up a little more, and if you back the corner up a little more, well, obviously you're going to get past going into the turn. So how these guys manage these tires through stage 2, it's going to be the difference of a couple of playoff points.
Very true, sir. Very true. And it looks like that 23 is going to stay on the lead lap here.
Is this the last lap?
No.
Oh, the 56 just cut off the 15. I just happened to go to a blimp view on this one. He came down right in front of him.
5 laps to go on the stage.
5 to go for stage number 2. These are 25 lap stages, correct?
This one was only 20.
Okay.
Or it was 18. It was 20 before the caution lap, so it ended up being 18.
Then we had a little lag just there.
Ooh, look at that run the 98 got on 21. It's gonna make it pretty interesting.
What'll be interesting is if the 16 goes with the 98 or stays with the 21. My guess is, if I'm the 16, I'm going to try and get to the 21's bumper because at least I'll get another position. If I go with the 98, I may not get anything, and I'm just helping him win.
It's good to see the 16 pass somewhere other than I.
These 3 cars have definitely broken away. We'll take a look back. No one is really that close to striking distance. But they are catching the 23. The 23 is going to try and stay on the lead lap, but won't really be able to do so if we got 3 cars in a draft going underneath them into the turn. This is, I believe, 2 to go. So we'll stay right here on these 3 cars because this is where the action is going to be here at the end of stage number 2.
Oh, the 98 made dive down to make a move on the 21. And it looks like it may work.
They're going to use the draft off of the 23, and the 98 is going to get stuck down there. He has no draft for him. So he's going to lose a position now to the 16. And like I said, the 16 stays with the leader. He's now in second. The 98's going to dive bomb into turn number 1, but he's going to not be able to stick it below the 16. Who has the momentum out of 2? Well, the 16 taps the wall, so the 98 will have a little bit of more momentum going into turn 3. Here he goes side by side. Private Patton for sure is now out in front here. An easy way to a stage 2 win. But who's going to finish second as Country Caliber comes low in turns 3 and 4? Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Country Caliber with the advantage. Will the 16 fight back on the outside? The 16 takes it for second.
Oh, we have one more lap.
That was still exciting coming to the white flag then. So it looks like Private Patton's gonna take an easy road here to the win in stage 2.
Yeah, he's in his own little world. He's taking that momentum from last week and just worked his way back up and gonna take this second stage here at Michigan.
That lap car definitely was an advantage for him. The 98 at Country Caliber is, I don't know if he's going to get a challenge here at a turn 4. It looks like the 16 doesn't have the same momentum he had a lap ago. And sure enough,
wow.
Private Patton's going to win stage 2.
21, the 21 gave the 23 his lap back. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's how Jeff Gordon got rear-ended at Texas one year.
Oh,
you know, that's
not.
really huge. It's really huge here with there's only one lucky dog, right? If we have no cautions from the final stages.
Right.
So the 74 ended up being the first truck lap down, which the only truck now that'll be a lap down will be the 4 who was involved in that wreck.
We got, here's your top 10. You got Private Patton, Country Caliber, Blakey T, Probably Your Dad, Aqua Taddy, RJ Smitty, Justin Shackett, Blaney, X89, Mucka, and T-Bird rounds out your top 10.
All right. Country Caliber.
Looks like the 97 forgot to pit.
He may have pit early. Nope, he dropped down. He didn't pit. Well, Patton's going to have an easy no challenge into turn 1, more than likely.
Oh, man, that inside lane got a good start, even with that car going down below to get out of their way.
Blakey T is going to give a push to the 21. The 3 is going to get a push to the 32, but the 98 now is going to get the lead going on the back straightaway as he clears Private Patton. Bumper to bumper to bumper. A truck racing centipede. Well, someone likes the middle, and that's Blakey T, who thought he had a run. Is he going to be able to get the run into the turn? Is nobody pushing behind him, and what everybody else above and below him does. But he does get out in front of the 21, and he's going to have the preferred line coming out of the turn as he sticks it against the wall. Taddy has a small tap against the wall. We'll go on board here with Private Patton. Roof Cam. He's got a couple of challengers down below him. He's going to try and snag the draft off of that number 98 of Country Caliber. But we have more cars lined up on the inside. But as you see, he is maintaining at least a little going here as the high car in turn number 1. Both the Thor trucks are about to hook up here as the 88 is trying to move up the track. But we get a little contact. The 15 tapped the 21. Didn't think anyone was below him, but here comes the 2 now off the draft. And the 21 is going to lose a few spots. That's Private Patton. The number 2 is Mucka, FRR, who smart and wisely grabbed that draft and gained a couple of spots.
Ooh, who's going through the grass there? Oh,
that's me. I really 2 truckers doesn't know how to drive. Just try taking it through. Sorry, I should have said that. He was not racing me.
We were on board, so we didn't quite get that view of it, unfortunately. But Probably Your Dad has pushed his way to the front with RJ Smitty in second, and Country Caliber is in third, and Blakey T fourth place, respectively. And the 15 of T-Bird, second in points, fifth in the race.
So, Taddy, you got some work to do, buddy.
Yeah. Still a lot of laps.
Oh, no doubt. With black flags on, I'm sure there's going to be some, you know, at least you can save a little bit of fuel now being back there.
Well, the conga line has reformed on the bottom part of the track here, coming down into the front straightaway one more time. That 2 car is the tail end of that lead draft. A couple of cars are trying to snag it. It looks like the 13 is back there. Driven by the Evo, who's 12th in points. He's right on that bubble. So he definitely wants...
Evo won Talladega.
Oh, yes. Yes, he has a win. Only 2 out of the 3 starts, though. RJ Smitty has no interest in making a pass. He's quite content pushing down the back straightaway.
Oh, yeah.
I almost switched to the 22. I just noticed that he jumped to the apron in turns 3 and 4. He's in 16th. This is the view from 16th if you're watching the broadcast. We'll go on the roof cam. The 68 looks like he might be pitting as he dropped below the white line on the back straightaway. It would be an early stop. Remember, this is the last stage. There are no more stage breaks. Well, he is not pitting, so it looks like he just went down below the line. But he got a hell of a momentum. Oh, he just put somebody in the wall. It looked like the 38, and he's in the grass as well. He tried to push it in the middle. We happened to be on board with him when he did it. And when he did that, he got out of shape. He got up into the 38, put him in the wall, and got himself down in the grass. So Blaney X89, tough move there. Back to Justin Hackett, who's now running in second. The number 2 of Mucka is in third. Oh, he hits the apron and he's around. And he takes out the 3 and the 13 and the 56 at the same time. Comes down the track and hits Butters on the way by as well. A 4-car incident, almost 5. Sounded like there was more.
There was about 7. There was a lot back there.
That was an unfortunate. He touches the apron and goes around. But then when he came back down the track, he took out a couple of extra guys. So now the front pack is limited to about 4 or 5 cars, it looks like. And, well, Probably Your Dad is now by himself out front, but these guys should catch him in a lap or 2. Tell you, a couple of good timing here on the camera shots.
Commentator's curse, we call it.
So it looks like a couple of those guys that were in the spin were in turn 4, took the opportunity to just come down pit road. It looks like Butters did. He's coming out right now. He'll be a lap down. Now, I didn't see if they pitted. I wouldn't imagine that they did. Or I would imagine that they did. We just got a message from Coco Money Mick. Says, show Taddy, I want to see him wreck.
I almost got involved in that big one. I've been wrecked a few times here.
That was definitely the big one. Mo Power Disaster, unfortunately, back here with the 3 and in the 98. Yep. No, 98 is still up front. That's the 88. These damn Thor trucks are just too alike. Justin Hackett, who unfortunately got caught up in that. He was the original spinner of that incident in turn 4. Check out some guys we haven't quite talked about yet. Here's Mo Power Cat in the 23. He's not in the lead draft, but he's not too far off. He is in 7th place if he's not a lap down. I believe he's on the lead lap. You see the lead pack is staying in line for the most part, but they change lanes frequently. So that might be something that could help Mo Power Cat get himself back up to them if they keep jumping out of the draft, going from high to low, low to high. I'll tell you, this is one of the most frustrating views in all of racing. You're in the top 10. You see the leaders, but they're just pulling away. And there's nothing that you can do about it except just hold your line and run as fast as you can.
It looks like we have one DNF so far. And I think that's the 97 of
Pro hit pace car.
Pro hit pace car. Maybe he hit the pace car and blew up.
Yeah, he's not moving. That looks to be like a lag out or a rage quit. And he happens to be parked next to pit road, or next to victory lane. So there's a view of that for you guys. Brian SP24, we'll take a look from his view. I don't think he got involved in that accident. He's with a couple of cars that look like they avoided that accident. They see the 22 up ahead of him. That's Butters a lap down just in front of him. In the 17 car, excuse me. Take another gander through the field. Here's Jay Kelly, 4711, driving a 33. I think he's one of those cars that got caught up. You see the 38 just in front of him. He's taking it to the hot line. Is he pitting? No, he's just hitting the apron down in turn 4.
I want to give a shout out to that 15 truck T-Bird. That boy's been fast for, you know, all 4 weeks, and especially not only in presets but in customs as well. You always see that truck up near the front. Maybe tonight he gets a break and possibly brings home the checkered flag. That's who I'm rooting for tonight. It's that beautiful 15 truck.
There you go, a fan of the Ford. 4th place currently, and he is biding his time. He's not trying to push the envelope. He knows if he stays right here in this pack, what did Dale Earnhardt used to say? The best you could do is put yourself in a position to win, and T-Bird right now is in that position. Those cars did catch up. You got 6 cars in the lead draft. The 23 by himself back there in 7th.
I wonder if Jay Kelly is related to R. Kelly.
I hope not. for Jay Kelly's sake. Here's the Evo B, who's leading the 2nd pack of cars. Want to say he's in 8th. Yeah, you see the 23 way up in front of him. He's getting sandwiched by the 68 and the 22. He didn't give a lot of space, and now the entire 2nd pack of cars is spinning. The 13, the 68, there it is. And the 68 is not happy with the 13. The 22 is still backwards. From this humble broadcaster's view, the 13 just gave no space to the bottom lane. But we're not in the cockpit, so we cannot be sure. So a little bit of trouble for some guys that are outside of the top 7. We're now on board with old guy 24 as he follows the 87. And I'm a little curious what this 13 coming up on the 68, if there's some animosity there. The 13 is going to drop low, it looks like. Maybe he's pitting.
Oh, it looks like our leader, probably your dad, just hit pit road. So the
16's leader right now.
16 is the leader at this moment. The 16, the 2 is in 2nd, the 15's in 3rd. And, oh, they're all signaled that they're coming down pit road this lap.
Well, the 22 just came out of pit road. He's going to be a lap down. Here we see some guys coming in behind the 32, hitting their pit stalls. A lot of guys pitting this lap.
Oh, man. That was a little scary.
Yeah, we got a gaggle of trucks hitting pit road at the same time. Nobody's spun, but they are as close as you can be.
But it looks like the 15 had a rough time getting on pit road. He lost a few positions there getting on the pit road. Ooh.
As we cycle through the pits, we'll take a look at our buddy Butters and that beautiful number 17 black Ford. This has that unsightly yellow bumper on it, but you know, we'll get rid of that by the next game. Chad, do you have a request of your position currently?
I'm in 10th place right now.
10th place. Have you pitted?
Yeah, I've already pitted.
Alright, we are back on Blakey T as he's coming out of the pits. He is still the leader, but here comes the 32 fast in turn 2. Will he be able to clear him by the back straightaway?
Yes.
Yes, he was. The camera didn't switch over in time for us to see that, but probably your dad is back out in the front. Blakey T is in second. In all intensive purposes, we're actually not quite sure who hasn't pitted yet, but it seems like everybody has.
Yeah, everybody's pitted.
That two
So it
truck.
looks like the 32 is the leader. The 16 is in second. The 2 is in third. The
That's
21
Mucka
is in
FRR.
fourth. The 98, I think that's the 98, is in fifth, and then rounded out by the 15, T-Bird, and the 23 is back there as well. But
Yeah, it didn't really gain any time, which sometimes you can do if you get a really good pit entry, but he seems to just be in the same spot he was before the pits.
Yes, sir. But like I said, when all these guys from the 16 back, when they pitted, the 15 seemed to have had a poor entry to pit road because he lost 4 spots.
But he's
Just
still in the
getting on
lead
the pit
draft.
road.
He's still with them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go back on the. You know what? We're on the 23 now, and I gotta say that front pack does look closer. But with nobody,
in 10th, Robbie.
but nobody behind him, it's gonna be really tough to get even closer.
Taddy, Robbie says in the YouTube world, hurry up, Taddy, chop chop.
Yeah, I'm in 9th.
Oh, he's in 9th, my bad.
You know what I mean? That's about as far as I can get without a little break.
That's 8th place ahead of him, the 02 truck.
Which is the one that wrecked me.
Blaney fan 0422. Oh, he tapped the wall
Take your
there.
time, Taddy. You'll get to him.
He's trying to let you catch him with the little wall riding going into turn 1. Here's Spenker 24. We saw him up front earlier. He had a really good showing up front for a few laps, but it looks like he got caught up in some issues, somebody else's issues, and he's racing the 38. Hellraiser 38 is in the 87, and he's just behind them, also running by himself. Brian SP is trying to make a move on Aquatati. That's a battle for 9th. Not able to get there. He's going to get back in line going into the turn. How many laps do we have left, Aquatati?
Let me get to that. I'll tell you.
Little bump from the 45 as you head into turn 3. Go back up with the leaders. Here's Country Caliber, who was your pole sitter. He's in 4th, biding his time like a shark in the waters. 34 laps to go.
And they're going to need at least one more pit stop.
Probably 2. You would have to only get an 18 to a tank. You would have had 2 laps ago coming up pit to be able to make it. Just messed up. So unlike last night, I don't believe any driver here tonight is going to decide to go fuel straight to.
They're going to be coming up on a lap car here soon. Looks like the 68 car who was in that issue earlier. Well, after a couple of issues, looks like some guys are afraid to make a move. Now that we're getting later in the race, they don't want to. It's going to be less and less time to make up for any kind of issues they may have. And/or incidents. You know, maybe call me crazy, but the 23 car looks like he's catching.
You're crazy.
Who's the 23 car?
That is Mo Power Cat. And as I go on,
he's actually getting about a second on those guys.
I was going to say, as I go on board with him, he is definitely closer to that front pack, as the front pack now is lapping the 68 truck. Jay Kelly is now pitting, by the way.
Ozzy, 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 Ozzy.
Private Patton holding down third place. They got to stay in line to catch back up to probably your dad, who's in front. But even as they stay in line, somebody's gonna have to make a move. You don't want to finish 7. We're probably got to get to the next pit stop for sure. As Jay Kelly is coming out of the pits down the back straight. I want to say it's going to put him 2 laps down at least. But these guys still all have to pit. We should see them come down within the next 5 laps, but as you heard Aquatati say before, it's still gonna give them 2 to maybe 3 laps off of the finish of the race. They're gonna have to pit 1, if not 2 more times. And you can tell on these older tires, even in the draft, they're not getting to each other's bumpers anymore. They're just hanging on. Even the 32 of probably not your dad, probably your dad. He's no one really seems to be catching him or challenging him. But don't look. But the 23 who caught the draft of the 68 car is now going around him, but he is getting closer to these guys. So we may have 7 cars in this front draft by the end of the next pit stop. RJ Smitty's on pit road. Should be coming out here any moment. Tackleberry, you see here on board, getting passed by the 56. Tackleberry was an unfortunate victim of the issue the 68 and the 13 had. Mo Powa D. Smith here in the 34 as he tries to chase down the 13. There's the Aquatati up ahead of them. We're going to take a lap here before we pit on T-Bird. Listen to that engine purr. We'll be right back. Alright, we're trying to cycle. See, here's the 23. on board with him as he's just trying everything he can to catch that lead pack. He may have a guy he can catch here. It looks like the 33. If he can get a draft, that might help him out. Now that they're on new tires, they do seem like the front pack is pulling away from him again. He's going to have to grab that draft off that car in front of him. Blaney Fan coming down pit road.
These guys still haven't pitted yet.
He might be waiting for a caution.
They're going to be waiting for a long time.
Right, because there's no cautions in this race. Even though we would have had at least 3. Country Caliber here is hanging around in 4th. The 21 did look like he was trying to make a pass down low, but maybe he thought better of it. And he's going to stay in line. Again, these guys aren't quite getting bumper to bumper as they were a series ago. They're just waiting as they come up on another lap car.
That's the theory.
Yeah, he's way out in front of him. I thought it was closer. Here comes probably your dad down pit road. He's pitting early, it looks like, to get maximum efficiency out of his car.
Well, he pitted. He was a lap before these guys at last round of pit stops as well.
Right, but I don't think we're at that stage yet in their pit cycle. I think we're maybe halfway. Oh, we are already pitting again. Wow. It goes quick.
It looks like these guys behind him because there's one more lap.
The 16, is he going to come down this time? He's not. They're going to take 2 more times around. No one else in this lead pack went down pit road just yet. And there you see your former leader, probably your dad, coming out, now going a lap down.
But then again, after these pit stops, he should be right there with them again. Quite possibly, and it looks like they do their little time if they're going down
Yep.
pit road.
Looks like everyone's going to pit now.
Hopefully this is a little bit cleaner there for old T-Bird. Looks like he kind of gave more room this time. I'm not saying
Here they come. Oh, the 98 gets into the grass as they come down pit road. Probably just trying to avoid everybody. I can tell you it's something I might have done. Not trying to hit guys. But here's your 4 leaders in pit road.
T-Bird didn't pit.
Well, he's going to go one more time around.
Yes, sir.
And he does have a little draft off of the former leader. As he goes around, he's probably going to retake the lead after T-Bird does eventually hit pit road.
I think he's going down pit road this time.
I bet you after that last pit stop, he wanted to go by himself. So he let everybody go, and he's going to take 1 extra lap. It's going to give him an extra lap of fuel. And if he doesn't pit this time, no, he's coming down. He's going to come down pit road.
Come on, T-Bird, you got this, buddy. I know I'm not supposed to have, I feel like Michael Waltrip, or not Michael, Darrell Waltrip when Michael Waltrip won the Daytona 500, you know? Like, come on, bud. Like, I just want to see this man win. He deserves it. He's consistently, like I said, in the top, at least in the top 10 every time I race with this man, and I would like to see some good fortunes come out of that 15 trip.
T-Bird's going to have to save 2 laps and he can make it a little way to make this his final stop.
RJ Smitty, by the way, looks like he is out of the race. I noticed on pit road earlier, and he's still on pit road. So I want to say there's probably a lag out for the 3 truck.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know who, I wonder if the leader's 32. That's what I was thinking.
Well, the 15 is coming out of the pits now. Let's see how the leaders match up back with him. Here they come out of the front straight into turn 1. Oh, no, that's not that. That's the 13.
Yeah, they're in turn 3 and 4 right now, buddy. Hitting the front stretch.
Oh, wow. So he must have only taken 2 tires or something.
Well, it's only like, you gotta think, they're running 40 let's just say they're running 40-second times. You're only on pit road for at least 20. I mean, depending on where your pit stall is and how far you got to go down and stuff like that. But
so T-Bird is still the leader, correct? Or no?
No, that's 32.
Oh, so what position?
Behind me now. He's falling all the way back to the
I wonder. I don't know how that happened if he was up front before the pit stops.
Yeah, but he stayed out so much longer than everybody else. When they come out, they're running almost a full second faster per lap. So every lap that he stayed out in front of somebody like the 32 in front of the 15 prior, you got to figure that's 6-7 laps. That's 7 seconds on track that you'd be leading.
Right.
And or speeding penalty could have occurred there.
Stay in school and study your math, boys and girls, or you'll never make it in this sport. So probably your dad is your leader, and he's alone. It's quite a ways back to the guys who are drafting in what is the lead pack. There's only about 3 of them in it now. 4 of them. The 21 of TV Patton, Private Patton, the 16 of Blakey. Looks like the 98 of Country Caliber, and the 2. Is that the 2 back there? It's a long way to the 2, but yeah, that's the 2 now in the back of this front pack. That's the top 5 as you're looking from 5th. We have 17 laps to go. We should be coming to 16 laps to go here. There is the one more pit stop left for these guys. And this is where it'll get interesting. Are they going to just take fuel? Will they take a couple tires? You see a lap car pitting in front of the leaders. That's the 34. Butters is down pit road as well.
That's that second through 5th is gaining some valuable time on that 32 truck.
That is true, they are. Although the 98 jumped out of line out of turn 2, but he's back in line now in the middle of the backstretch. You know, it's funny. I know that there's a mix of controller and steering wheel drivers in this league. I'm sure there are more controller drivers as there tends to be. And if you watch, we're looking from the 2 car. If you watch the 98, he takes kind of a sharper turn into turn 1. And then sort of blends back up into the draft. Although I say that, and this time he has a much smoother ride, a little high.
Don't look now, that 21 is humped down that 32 front.
Yes, they have caught the 32, but will they make a pass here?
I'm wondering if the 32 saving fuel. Because he is much, I mean, yes, they have a draft, but that 16 goes under the 21 in the turn 3 and 4.
And you'll have a new second place truck. Blakey T in the number 16 Toyota. Now they're a little more side by side here. So they caught the leader and they all got a little antsy in the pantsy. Decide I have a little momentum, I'm going to use it, but they got a little unorganized, and probably your dad's going to maintain the lead here on the back straightaway. But Country Caliber has a little help on the low side. And now they are 2 by 2 going into turn 3 with probably your dad just sticking to the lead.
So I'm wondering who out in YouTube land, who you think's going to win this race? Oh, there goes the 16 down below the 32.
Well, there we got a
Looks
pass.
like he's bringing the 98 with him.
An attempt for the lead here. The 32 has no help as everyone's tired of seeing the rear of his bumper. Blakey T's going to take over the lead. But probably your dad was able to stick it right behind the 16, and he's only going to lose the 1 spot. He didn't get trained like, you know, you might see at a track such as this where the draft has a high effect. 3 cars down low, 2 cars up high. Country Caliber is fighting for 3rd. And the 32 is going to make a move. Didn't quite get to the move. He's going to stick right behind the 16 truck. If there's a bonus for laps led, most laps led, the 32 definitely got that tonight.
No, it doesn't matter.
And out of turn 4, they're side by side again, and probably your dad has got the preferred line because he has more help behind him. But the 21 of Private Patton said, I'm done with that. We're going to go 3 wide into turn number 1. Private Patton's got the momentum. Does he clear the 32? Not yet. Not yet, but he has a little help from the 16, who also tries to get underneath him. A little push into the quarter panel, and the 16 is trying to go back to the lead. All the while, Country Caliber is just lurking in 5th place, waiting for these guys to screw up. Now, probably your dad has fallen to 5th after leading so much of this race. And Country Caliber is definitely tired of being behind guys as he's moving lane to lane, trying to get around some of these guys. He's going to end up losing, going back to 5th here, it looks like. Well, are you a pusher or are you a puller? That's what these guys have got to figure out. But it looks like the 2 is quite the pusher, as he helped the 16 get up there. Probably your dad is not one for following guys. I have hardly seen him try to stick into the draft. He is trying to get some momentum to get under these guys, to get back into the lead. At least get back out from 5th as he's working on 4th place here. And at a turn 2, will he take 3rd? Not quite yet. Private Patton is solidified 2nd place now. As he drops low, he might pull the 32 up with him. You can definitely tell the race is almost over. There is no more conga line here in the top 5.
It does not look like these gentlemen are saving fuel at all.
There is no fuel saving happening here, yeah.
Not at all.
You know who might be saving fuel is the 23, because I saw him just ahead of this pack, and I wonder if he's hoping he's going to make it the rest of the way.
It looks like the 32 just signaled he's going down pit road this time.
Well,
if I'm not mistaken, they should be coming to 7 or 8 to go.
7.
Okay, so yeah, I was close.
You are right. The 32 has hit pit road quite beautifully, I might add. We'll stick with the leaders. Here's Mucka FRR, who's now in 3rd. What we missed while we were watching probably your dad take a pit was the 16 went from 1st to 4th. And there you see the 23 truck. We were watching him before in 7th, but he's just ahead of these guys. Or is he just behind? Sometimes it's hard to tell on these wacky camera angles. I think he was just behind. Private Patton in the lead. Mucka FR in 2nd. Blakey T in 3rd.
And I'm wondering if this 98 is trying to just catch this draft and trying to save fuel.
Well, if he is, he's just started.
Like yes, that's what I'm saying. Because he hasn't tried to make that move, and he's not right on the rear end of that 16 or that 2.
You know, he's trying to make moves. He's trying to go low. I don't think he's conserving anything. He wants to get in front. But he just doesn't have any help, so he's got to be the pusher. And he doesn't seem as willing to do that. He has much smoother line. Oh, the 2 may have touched the wall out of 4. I will say that the 98 is driving much smoother lines than I noticed earlier in the race. And the 2 has fallen to 4th. That puts Blakey T up in 2nd and Country Caliber in 3rd.
I wonder where that 32 truck. Looks like the 21 is heading down pit road.
The 32 is in turn 4. while the leaders are in turn 3 and 4. So he's just ahead of them.
I'm not sure if the 21 is coming to pit road this time.
The 98's coming down. Is the 2 going to come down as well? He is.
Ooh.
Oh, I wonder if anybody got a speeding penalty there. They look like they might have been sliding. That would just ruin your day at this stage in a race. I mean, at any stage, really. But right here, oof. I want to thank we had up to 6 viewers. We now have 5. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad. It's Tuesday night and we're racing. The 21 took fuel only. The 2 took fuel only. And I got that looks like a speeding penalty for the 98 and the 16, as neither have exited pit road yet. And if they didn't have a speeding, if it wasn't speeding and they're taking tires, and in either case, they are not going to join these leaders.
No, sir.
So we are on the 32. The 21 is your leader, though.
Clue who the leader is? Is it the 21 still?
I think it's the 21. Yeah. There's the 16 and the 98. They definitely came out much later, so tough break for those fellas. The 4 car was way low on the back straightaway for some reason. The 15 car is now pitting.
Yeah, he went into hard fuel conservation mode and it just didn't pan out for him.
The 15? Yeah, that was probably what happened for him. Hey, you make a strategy, you gotta stick with it. If it works out, it works out. So here's the 2, Mucka FRR. Looks like he's in 2nd. That's your leader just ahead of him, the purple truck. Number 21, a Private Patton, as they're going to come put a lap on the 15 truck.
The leader has 2 go right, coming on the last lap this time.
Well, there you have it. We'll get back on the leader then. There he is, Private Patton. He has lapped the 15 truck. 2nd place is the 2. And as he touches this start-finish line, he will see up in the flag stand a white flag. 1 to go around Michigan International Speedway for the Corrigan Oil 200. And Private Patton, in his first start in this series, leading here late.
This is his second start.
Second start.
So he's about to go back to back. Looks like we got a Kyle Larson in the Tuesday Night Truck League. We're going back to back.
He's in turn 3. He's in turn 4. He is hitting the front straightaway. And in his second start, he will have win number 2. Private Patton, the 21 Silverado, is victorious at Michigan. Good job. Excellent work, Private Patton. That's to everybody, honestly. It was a good race. We'll try and get a view of the standings here.
I'm not sure what happened, but the 23 spun out just before pit entrance and did not make it to the end.
Oh, no.
It looks like we got Private Patton, Mucka, Probably Your Dad, Blakey T, Country Caliber, and Aqua Tatty. That's all I got off Tatty's stream so far.
I'll get you the whole things.
All right, so as your winners, you know, is Private Patton. 2nd place was Mucka FRR. 3rd place, Probably Your Dad. Blakey T in 4th. Country Caliber in 5th. Aqua Tatty comes home 6th. The Evo B in 12th in points is 7th. Mo Power Cat, 8th place. The 45 of Brian SP24 finished 9th. And to round out your top 10, Aqua Tatty's new arch enemy, Blaney Fan 0422 in the O2 finishes 10th.
In his first race.
So good job, GC Sports here at Michigan.
Give me just a minute, I'll bring in Pat and I'll go for you to do the
I would have paused the lobby.
I'm not back to it yet. Fast time goes to Micah.
All right, good job, Maka. Although some guys left already, but yeah, it looks like he got fastest time.
Yeah, everybody can just back out. All right, those guys should be joining. Just give them a few minutes, and then thanks, guys.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure. I'm gonna let you handle the interview if you want.
No, you got it. You got that.
Head out, man. You guys got this.
You got the voice for TV.
I got a face for radio, they say.
Yeah, that's why I said you got a voice for TV. Well, it looks like we got our
Start with Mucka first. They're both
our second place winner, Mucka. Tell me how your night went, buddy.
Good. Just kind of mind my own P's and Q's. Let the dice roll where they may. Stuck with a pack of 3 cars. Seemed like in the third stage there for a while. Didn't want to cause any issues. Ended up taking no tires and just fuel for the last stop. Worked out. Ended up going out second.
So how many tires you took on that?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, how many tires did you take in the last stop?
0.
Oh, okay. That's what we thought. I think. So yeah, that was definitely a strategy to take no tires.
Yeah, because it seemed like the other 2 guys, the 98 and the 16, looked like they sped on pit road there, and you know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they sped on pit road or they decided to take 2, but I know the guy. I'm sorry, I don't know a lot of these guys name by name. Looked like the guy in front of me took no tires and kind of tried to catch him, but just didn't have it in the end.
Yeah, Private Patton took no tires just like you did, but you were at that point, you guys were just a couple of seconds apart, and then on old tires, neither one of you really were going all that fast, so it was probably difficult for you to catch up to him.
Right.
Without a draft, at least.
I seen in the chat, Justin, I guess, said I got into him. My apologies if I did. On my screen, I didn't hit anybody too extremely hard. A little bumping and rubbing, but that's racing. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Gotcha,
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it.
Well, congratulations, brother. On
Good
that
race,
second place
smart
finish. And next week, I think you guys are at Watkins Glen, if I'm not mistaken. So, sure, we'll see you there.
All right, thank you.
Our pleasure.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
All right, we'll get to our leader, Private Patton. I learned this was your second race, and it was your second win. I wouldn't say you were a dominating factor, but you were up front nearly all day. We know that the 32 car probably led the most laps. He was up front, up. But tell us about your strategy and how you pulled it off.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me up here. This is my second race for Tuesday night. I was technically on Mondays before this, but scheduling kind of came on up, so here's why I'm over here on Tuesdays. But yeah, stage 1, I felt like I had a fast one, and then I don't know what happened, but I got ping-ponged along the entire 3 and 4 section, passed around like the high school cheerleader, and I was along for the ride. On my stream, you can count how many donuts I did. I counted 18. So yeah, I was absolutely inside out, upside down, living La Vida Loca there in stage 1. And I thought I was like, oh man, my race is done. I'm gonna get lapped, and I didn't. I pit, took no tires, and so I knew how my truck would feel on no tires and low fuel, which I guess would come in handy later on. Stage 2 was just full flat out, just gun-ho, we're all balls to the wall, and then stage 3 was a battle of, okay, I know I can't make it on fuel, didn't want to repeat of Auto Club, but I do want to at least save enough fuel so I can only take half a can, which was 5 laps worth of fuel, technically 4 as soon as you exit pit road, so yeah, other than that, had a blast racing with these guys, except for the one who decided to put me into the wall for trying to pass him. You know who you are, so hey, shout out to that guy. Yeah, other than that, it was a good race.
It was fun for us to watch. You go ahead.
Very, very fun to watch, man. I've watched you over the last few years. This is Do to Do, by the way, and I know after Auto Club, man, you were pushing for some yellows there. So because it's hard to save fuel when, if I'm not mistaken, you're on a controller.
That's
And
correct.
and man, like I all the props in the world, dude. I've been trying to catch you for, I want to say years, because it's been that long. Because you're always fast, you're always consistent, and man, hell of a race today, man. To come through adversity and still win this race and your second race on Tuesday nights, man. Congratulations, and hope to see you do the same thing next week at Watkins Glen.
No, I'll try. That's always the goal. I don't get paid to go slow. I get paid. Well, actually, I don't. I don't get paid. So why am I doing this? Oh, that's right, to make it to Xfinity. So yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah, amen, brother. But congratulations again, man, and way to be a good sport and push back and show these guys that you can wreck in stage one and still win a race. So congratulations, and Brinker, if you got anything else for him.
I was going to say perseverance is not a four-letter word, and Private Patent proved that tonight.
Yes, sir.
So good job. Congrats on your second win in a row, and we look forward to next week at Watkins Glen.
Oh, thank you.
Have a great night. Do the do. You got any closing words?
I just, like I said to Private Patent here, a lot of guys, he's a testament to, if you wreck in stage one, there's still an opportunity for you guys to win the race. I love this league. I love what Patty does, and a lot of others that help out. But I want everybody out there, be safe. Have a good rest of your night, even though it's 9:30 Eastern time. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Adios. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
God bless and go fast, guys. We will see you next time for GC Sports. I'm Brinkerhoff17. Do the do. Aqua Tatty. Have a great week.